Myself, Sanjay Katkar, Chief Technology Officer and Joint MD, Quick Heal Technologies. See, the phase through which we are going, when it's like IoT has been catching up a lot, and all the phase, the current phase is all about the first or second generation of IoT sensors, where the security aspect is not at all there, and that is why we are seeing a lot of threats and easy to hack IoT devices. But this will not remain forever. In the sense, I'll say, as security starts getting more prominence, the further sensors, further IoT devices will be more security aware, and they will, then the picture will be changing. The current threats that we are seeing is like, it's not at all difficult to develop a threat for an IoT, because the things started from like default password itself are not changed, and that's why currently hackers and threats are easily able to automate themselves by spreading onto these IoT devices. But and what I've also seen is that we have started seeing newer threats that are further going into the code execution of the IoT, wherein the web services inside the IoT devices are being tackled, and the non-encryption aspect that is being used is used for data stealing and all that. So these things are definitely scary for now, unless we start seeing the IoT devices that are designed with the security thought in the mind from the design phase itself. Actually, my experience over the years have been telling that we cannot isolate any of these. Actually, the thing is, if we focus on certain thing, the threat starts moving on the other direction. So aspect of like being endpoint, no matter what, whether we are focusing on endpoint, it should, or a network or even a cloud, any of these, if we miss on any of these, threat vectors will start focusing that. The threat surface itself is growing so fast that as soon as we have been started focusing on endpoints, the mobile devices got added where it was ignored, and then we started seeing threats which are focused on mobile. Gateway has been traditional fort, means because it has been covered under firewall since years, but then there has been this SSL communication and all. As soon as it was introduced, most of the threats adapted to the technology which can go through SSL, and that's what it points out, that no matter what, each of these aspects is more important for us to focus. So there's no area I'll say we particularly focus. It's like overall a complete surface vector of attacks we take into account, and that's why now IoT has been added to this domain, which widens further the surface of attacks, and that makes the area of focus to be increased to these devices. Actually, you have to have a security hygiene that includes best of the practices for password, keeping passwords, changing password policies, then implementing security policies throughout the enterprise is one more important aspect. Then the third is very important, is increasing security awareness amongst employees, and the fourth point I'll suggest is to keep a watch on the devices that connect to the your network. It includes personal devices from employees as well. Have a limit onto that, or have an access policy to such devices. And then I'll further suggest that we can also make sure by constantly trying to hack us, right, through the means of services like VAPT, or having ethical hacking services or a consultation which makes sure that you are knowing what vulnerabilities you have, and this has to be done periodically. It cannot be done once and like patch, because things keep changing dynamically in security front. So hack yourself is one aspect that one should do, and the final suggestion I'll give you is to, if you are having huge amount of data and lot of important data without which your organization cannot work, make sure that you have best of the backup solutions, and along with that have a disaster recovery plan wherein prepare for an attack. I'll say, in the eventuality of attack, what you will do, you should do that, you should plan that, you should test that even before you are hacked. So that will make you prepared for such eventualities, and will be better face such situation in case if you face it. Actually, that's all I have to add. Actually, yeah.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.